Okay, we made it to Friday. We made it to Friday. Yay. Anywho, so today is our last installment of the Boundary series with Walks with Kayla. So today we're going to talk about how to create boundaries and enforce them. That's it. We did the disclaimer, we did why and when, and we did the types of boundaries. So today, on our walk to the bus, we are going to do, you ever feel like you walk through a web? Anyway, we're going to do how to create them and how to enforce them. Because you're going to have to enforce them. That's the sucky part. Trust me, it's very sucky. Anyway, so the way you create a boundary, first of all, you have to figure out, do I really need a boundary? Do I really need to put this person out of my throne room? Or do I need to create distance from this person, whether it be not talking to them that much, or whether it's never talking to them again. So we're creating, you have to be careful that you're not creating villains in your head. Let's get that out of the way. Because sometimes you may think it's the other person and it's really you. So we're not talking about that person. We're talking about the person that is not you. You checked yourself, you looked over you, and you're like, yeah, this is not good for me. This is not healthy for me. So you talk to this person's still, it's like, I'm going to do what I want, doing the Cartman and shit. So what you do is you kind of it depends on the person you are. Me, I'm the type of person, I give enough disclaimers and enough, hey, I really don't like you doing that. And I tell you, and I tell you, and I tell you. So, I'm a Scorpio. It's Paradigm Shift Fridays. If I'm telling you, stop doing this, don't do this because it's not going to have a good response. I know me, I don't change. I'm very fixed. If they're doing that, I dip. You just don't see me anymore. I just won't. You understand? And I kind of do a 6-month check-in with certain people. It's like, I'll just leave you alone for 6 months. Let you understand, like, yo, you got to find yourself. And it's not even like, I don't create boundaries just because that person stressed me out. No, I create boundaries sometimes because I need to get my shit done. Sometimes I just need to not give out my energy. Boundaries aren't a bad thing. It's not like, oh, I got to cut her off. No, I got to cut him off. No, boundaries is for your well-being. You understand? Don't create boundaries and then sit at home and be like, oh my God, the world hates me and all this stuff. That's not what you're creating a boundary for. That's not what you're creating. You're creating space. You're creating space for yourself and space for you to flourish. Sometimes you just need space. So that's what boundaries is about. It's not about just getting rid of people. It's also about creating space for you. So you could just leave. Or if you want, you could always be like, hey, I'm going to take a little time for myself. So if you don't hear from me, blah, blah, blah. It depends. It literally depends on you. What do you want to do? Who do you want to be? You understand? You're going to have to do it your own way. I already told you how I do mine. I've already given you enough disclaimers. I've already had enough conversations. So I just do me. And you don't have my attention and my focus. Because time is more important than money. So if I'm taking time out to care about you and to genuinely want to know that you're okay and help you win, You got to appreciate that. You understand? If not, I could go put my attention someplace else. Where I should put my attention is on myself, So that's how I create a boundary. I tell you, I don't tell y'all what to do. I tell you what I do. So that's how I do it. Now, the issue is I'm talking about the really hard ones, the really no contact ones, the ones that you had to block every conversation because it got so bad that it was just like, oh, I can't do this, You're going to have to reinforce those boundaries, because if you don't reinforce them, they're going to just crumble. Like, say for instance, your mom is toxic, right? Every time you talk to her, I have some hair or something. Every time you talk to her, you just feel like shit. You feel like you don't feel uplifted. You don't feel seen. You don't feel heard. And then you're fucked up for 3 days because of one phone call from her. So you decided, you know what? I can't do this. I choose me. Always remember that. I choose me. Choose yourself. So you chose yourself, and then you blocked her on social media. You blocked her on your phone. Your phone says do not answer, under her name. So you're at peace. You're riding high for a week or so. You're in your zone, all that stuff. All of a sudden, your brother comes to you and it's like, hey, mom says you haven't spoken to her in a while. That's your boundary being tested. He's not the issue. You understand? He's an issue, but he's not the issue. I hope I'm explaining this right. He's the messenger. You understand? She can't get to you or have access to you the normal way she would have access, right? So she is going to go and test every person and go to every person to try to get around your boundary. Does that make sense? So she'll talk to your brother and be like, yeah, your sister doesn't call me, whatever she says that prompts him to be like, hey, what's going on with this? Say you have 3 brothers. She will go to each one and tell them, and so they'll start to pressure you into talking to your mother. Oh, she's your mother. I don't care what the person's title is in your life. If they make you feel funny to the point that you can't function, they've got to go. They have to be distant from you in order for you to move, because it's bad enough you fuck with your own self-esteem, but having someone else come in and assist on fucking with your self-esteem will send you over the fucking edge. So let's say that right. Anyway, so then she'll go to your dad. So you're getting pressure. If she's really close to your best friend, she'll go to your best friend. They will go, I'm just using this as a scenario. They'll go to everybody around you to enforce that, to try to getting access. So what you have to do to enforce that boundary is be like, look, explain to your brother, this having conversations with her does not make me feel good, and I don't have to feel bad so she can feel good. You understand? Because she's getting off on it. You understand? I don't give a fuck what anyone says. When you repeatedly hurt a person and not give a fuck, you're getting off on it. It stimulates you in some capacity, and that's some sadistic shit. You understand? Because I don't like hurting people. I don't like hurting people on purpose, even when they deserve it. I don't like hurting people. I don't take joy in it. You understand? I don't go, okay, yeah, that was a good conversation. No, I don't do that. You understand? So people who do that, you need to block them. And you need to stay the hell away from them. Anyway, so like I said, she's going to go around talking to everybody. You have to tell each person, literally tell each person, look, this is not for my well-being. My well-being and my happiness is the most important thing to me because I can't help anyone without it. Please stop bringing this to me. I don't want to hear it. You cannot. Then it's going to go. Then they're going to go back. They're going to go back and tell her what you told her. So then she's going to have her whole own story. You understand? So then what's going to end up happening is a couple of days are going to pass. The boundary is going to be tested again. Your brothers are going to, one of your brothers or all your brothers or your father, everybody, whoever's aunt, uncles, doesn't matter who the person is. She's going to go to them. She's going to start talking shit. Just know she's going to start, because she's mad now. So she's going to start talking shit. Oh, blah, 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 blah. I did this, I did that, da, 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 all this bullshit. Right? What's going to happen is, the sibling is going to go to you, or whoever the person is going to go to you and be like, yo, your mom's mad upset. This is what she said. That is where you stop them. Again, that's the second time. You stop them and you're like, look, I don't care, because you cannot care. You cannot give a fuck how she feels, or whoever that person is, he, she, whatever, your mom, dad, cousin, whatever. You cannot give a fuck how they feel, what they say, because if the minute you engage, especially if they dabble in narcissistic behavior, you cannot give a shit what they say about you. You cannot want to hear it. You can't want to know it. You know fucks needs to be given. Do you understand? Because once you do, they got you. You understand? You're right back into the bullshit. Your emotions are right back being fucked up. You're right back being all the other crazy shit that you didn't want to be. You understand? And they will use that person. And I think this, the person has really good intentions. The person is like, look, I just want my family to be together. Not all families are meant to stay together forever. I'm sorry to say it that way, but it's true. Because not everybody grows at the same rate, and not everybody wants to go in the same direction. Some people just want to sit there and don't move. You understand? But if you want to sit there and don't move, I'm not going to put my life on hold till you get your shit together. You understand? That's not going to work. Especially if you're not getting your shit together. That's not going to work. So that family can't survive. Anyway, that's a video for another day. But yeah, so that's what's going to happen. And I'm telling you, if you use this, or if you got anything out of this, because this was a labor of love. So this is our last installment. So hopefully I feel I'm expert because I do it. Not because I read it in a book, not because someone else trained me, but because I have to survive. I am a freaking sensitive person. I am a loving person. I wear my heart on my freaking sleeve, and I had to come up with different things to survive. I have kids. I have 3 kids that is depending on me to be a good example of what their life is supposed to be like. You know what I mean? So it's like, thank you for watching this series. Let me know if you got anything out of it. Let me know if you try it. Let me know if you've created boundaries. How did you do it? Don't forget to subscribe. Thank you for coming to the end of the series with me. I love you guys. Stay up, stay blessed. Deuces. Have fun this weekend.